there, all you guys. Oh my goodness. Today is Father's Day, but my husband's out doing his own thing, so I could sneak in here for a few minutes. And I promised you I would show you how I do my, yep, and then I forgot something. Hold on just a second. I promised you I would show you how I do my braiding. And I should have enough pins. I have another one that has more pins in it, but it is not in this room at the moment. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just kind of pin this down so it stays put. Now, I'm not worried about covering these. And I'm just going to take this from the top. And I'm just going to pin down my layers. All right. So we're just going to keep adding layers across and putting a little pin in there. Now, this pad is a stamp, an old stamp pad. I've had this for 15, 20 years now, but anything that is squishy, styrofoam will work. Okay, styrofoam will work. An old mouse. Oh my goodness, I forgot to do this too. Get this so I don't have to listen to it. There we go. Okay. Hopefully I'm going to have enough. Okay. I'm trying not to pin because I don't want to weaken the paper. So I'm trying not to pin on my envelope, the actual piece. I'm just kind of pinning over it and just beyond the actual paper for my little pocket, not envelope, pocket. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. We got a pretty orange. And so you're just pinning them. Now you don't want them, you don't want to stretch them across there real tight or anything. So they all got a little bit of play to them. Of course, they're not glued down. Now I'm going to move my pin and I'm going to stick it in between just for a second so this still doesn't move. Let's see. And you definitely want these to be long enough where, you know, once you braid, you're still going to be able to do stuff. And since I took my flaps, my hinges, and folded them open, you know I'm going to have plenty of room. And then I need one last piece. Let's see, what do I want to use? Let's do the brown. Okay, so I'm going to remove the last pin. And then whatever hangs over, we will just... Well, I can't. Not on this. Okay, so I have this little piece here. And this should get us down to the bottom. And it does. All right. Just stick the pins in there. Come on. These are on magnets, so they kind of jump around and get away from me. Okay, so there's that. And I'm removing my center pin. Now... we are going to, if you see the papers coming up on them, put your pin in at an angle and it will keep the paper from popping up. Okay, so now the only thing is all I need to do, and I'm going to put pins right by the edge of my pocket. Okay, so I don't need to go past this point that way because it's not because that's how big the pocket is. I just want this on the front of the pocket. And now we're just going to weave this through. Can you see how I went under, over, under, over, under, over, under kind of thing? And I'm going to push them right to the pins. All right. And let's take another one. And now it helps if you have like a pokey tool or something. I'm going to get up underneath each one of these. Once you get it started, it's actually pretty easy. It's the first couple ones to actually get the paper. So now I'm over, under, over, under, over, under. So I did exactly the opposite. I'm sure all of you know how to braid, you know, this kind of thing, but I'm just in case. All right, and then I'm pushing that just as tightly as I can against the other ones so that, you know, everything is nice and compact. So we're going to do one of these orange ones this way. And just be careful on these little ones that you don't, you know, pull it too hard and tear them. Okay. And we're just going to continue to do this until we reach, here's some nice small ones, until we reach the other side, which let me mark that with a pen. I'm going to do it on this back side here, just so you can see where it is. I can see where it is. Again, I'm going to give myself a little bit of help getting this first one started. Just kind of slide it right along your blade or whatever you're sticking into your paper to work this. Okay, just be careful not to damage your paper. Just be slow and steady with the whole shebang. Okay, let's get this on the... Yeah! I'm going to move that pin for just a second so I can grab this and scooched it up. Nice and tight. If you don't have fingernails, you can use tweezers. You can use your pokey tool. You just need to be careful. All right, and here is the end. So we're almost there. Let's see. This, I think, will get us right to the end. That might be a little too thick. How about this one? I do believe... So do I want this or green? I think I'll do the green. So I've got just this last one. And we're just gonna zigzag it through, which is basically what we're doing, is just zigzagging it through the papers. Over, under, over, under, over, under. Oops. There we go. When you get it close to the pins, sometimes it does get a little harder. Got to grab that last one without getting the pocket. All right. Now I'm going to move this pin because it's not really doing anything other than just letting you see where the ending is. And this will get us to the end of the pocket. And we're just going to push it nice and firm. We're also going to make sure that our up and down ones are nice and firm. Everything's still put together right. Okay, especially the top one and the bottom one. All right. So now I'm going to take the pins off of one side. Try not to pull on the papers or anything. I'm not hiding this from you. I'm just holding my paper down. I'm really not hiding it. And then we're going to take our glue. But you guys can do this with any size. And you can do it on a white piece of paper and then add it just like you would if you were to do a bunch of scraps on a piece of paper. Okay, so now I am going to glue down all my little side pieces on the ends, the top, the ones that are on the top from the last zigzag I did. I'm just going to lift those up and glue them to this last strip that I put in. But make sure you're keeping everything nice and tight. Move that in just a smidge before it gets dried. Okay, so there's that one. So that's pretty secure. Now I'm going to remove these pins. And as I remove them, I'm going to, you want to just try and not remove all of them right off the bat, okay? Just do the upper ones, leave the lower ones connected. See, and then this one. Keep it all nice and tight, as tight as you can so it looks the best. And all of this will get glued down, so we're just doing it in shifts, so to speak. Okay, so let's take the rest of the pins out and let's pick this up. I'm going to go ahead and remove that for a moment. And now I'm going to lift up all of these that are on the top because they were on the underneath on the back side. Try not to put too much glue so you don't get it seeping over, and we can go ahead and start doing. Remember to try and keep it as tight as you can as you're going. That one's hooked. This one is not. That one's hooked. This one is not. Okay, and we're just, I believe that's all done. Now let's get these top ones that did not get done, which I believe is only going to be these. All right, and those I just did, and these are all done. Okay. Stick a pin in it. Stick a pin in it. Okay, so now this is our back. This is our front. And we can figure this out. Let me go ahead and push this down. And actually, there's one whole one I'll be able to cut off, which is fine. Okay, so when you do it on white paper, you would take a piece of white paper, which is what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to take a piece of white paper and I'm going to get it the size I want, which in this case is the exact size. And I haven't done any housekeeping in I don't know how long, and this place is a mess. All right, well, I can't find my pencil. So I'm just going to mark exactly where I need to cut this. And let me get this cut. Okay, so here's the size I need. And if we would have done this first, then you would have glued that directly onto this. So I am going to go ahead and glue this down. It helps without the pin. Oh, I'm so sorry. My allergies have been absolutely horrible. And I usually do wait to do this type of thing until I am totally done. Here we go. And just try and get it matched up, which I did, with your side pieces and these pieces so that you're going to have a nice finished product. And that is also going to help finish binding it all together. So now I can take my scissors and I cut along the white part. And it can get pretty hard because you're going to be cutting through glue and multiple pieces of paper. All right. So just try and not cut into that white piece. And then we'll flip it around and we'll see the magic. I love magic. Ah, ah, bam. Okay. And then you can choose whether you want it to be, oops, nope, go this way. You know, which way you want it to be, this way or this way. I like it like that. But then that is your pocket. And isn't that cute? I certainly hope I was in frame. I didn't even look. Well, we'll find out, won't we? So there it is. Isn't that cute? And then you just glue that right down on there and you're good to go. You've got a nice braided pocket. And again, you can do this with any size. And I would definitely start with a piece of copy paper, the size that you want. It does make it easier in the ending. The ending piece makes it a lot easier to get it onto your pocket or page or whatever it is you're trying to put on. So here it goes. It's gonna go, let's see, I can put it here, or I can put it here. I think I'll put it there. Just getting some glue. I know I'm just gonna place it down right like that. Oh, my little dog is a fussing again. Bless his little heart. In 2 weeks, he's going to be 19 years old. And I tell ya, I mean, we've been watching. He has been a happy camper. So, and his lungs still work really well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this, give me a big thumbs up. Try this. It's just wonderful. I better go. I'll talk to you guys later. Love y'all. Bye.